You see, like,
Put a bit more detail into that. So, give a scenario of when you've had a heartbreak or you've been in love.
back in again. Obviously, the No Name podcast, sponsored by Midnight Society. The discount code will be NNP10. That will be 10% off. And yeah, man, welcome to, you know what I mean, our normal co-host. It's politics, I think it's not.
Hold on.
It could be.
It kind of could be.
Yeah.
Everything's political, man. Everything is politics, trust me.
Exactly.
Smoke and mirrors, all of that.
Exactly.
So yeah, man.
You know what? To be fair, in COVID, we would have partied. And you know what happened at number 10?
Mad. Let's move on. Anyway.
So, you know,
The silence tells me that... The silence tells me that everyone in this room is guilty.
Yeah,
I didn't do shit.
I didn't do nothing.
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
do
Man.
you remember when it came out? It was like, if you've been having like sex or something during and I was thinking, I should be locked.
Yes, man.
I should have been locked.
Yes, wow.
I should have been doing a stretch.
Nah,
I
to
should
be
have been
fair,
on the
you know,
pod say
I was
390.
actually quite good. I was actually quite good, to be honest.
During the lockdown.
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, I was good.
Good. What do you mean?
What does that mean? What
like,
does good mean?
I abided by some of the restrictions.
I'll be honest. I had someone who don't know me tell me you can't do these things, and I said, "Shut up!
Yeah.
I'm doing what I want. Don't tell me what I
No,
want."
you couldn't because it was bait that you was doing it.
No,
Like,
you know
I was on road and it was just me.
It doesn't matter though. But you know what? Bro, I went football and everything. We had football and everything. Police came just to lock off our football sessions. We need these sessions, you know. It's for our mental.
Yeah,
It's our mental.
yeah,
And they couldn't do nothing.
Nah,
You know, but it was real though. It was real, man. We needed to be just out because like.
apart from gym, like I did everything was normal. I had to go to a roadman gym to
to get in?
Yeah, to do gym, I had to go to a roadman gym.
Because
So
people
apart
weren't
from
on their
that-
gyms, innit? My slide thing.
Yeah.
Like you did your own thing. You need
Nah,
someone.
you got it was a lock in it, so you just obviously you just pay P and then that's it, innit? That's the only thing I could say I did. Other than that, it was an excuse to say.
Did you do any links during lockdown?
No, I was happily married.
Did you do?
He
any
said I was happily married.
Yeah, because I'm now divorced.
Oh, okay.
That's figuratively. Like
During lockdown.
yeah.
What about?
I had a I think I had a party during lockdown. I had loads of parties actually.
You did the barbecue too.
Barbecues. I was barbecuing the shit out of this place.
Quite a few people. Yeah,
My barbecue was like raw. Take it slow down.
I
was barbecuing the
Did we
shit out
start the
of the
podcast? You did some podcast during
Lockdown. Nah. This podcast started. The first podcast started 2022, and obviously I stopped due to relationship issues.
2022 or 2021? Sure, it's not 2021.
It's not 2021.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know, man.
Nah. It couldn't have been.
Yeah, cool.
I just realised you ain't even really done your intro properly, your introductions.
Not really.
No, could we jump past it?
No,
before you introduce
because
yourself?
we've got one more person.
You
to
to introduce
Wow.
the
Is it one
the
more
voice.
person? It's just I'm just back.
It's the voice.
I'm back
You know
and
what, to
better
be
than
fair,
ever.
I didn't introduce, there's a camera. I didn't introduce her because she is the voice. So it's like, it's kind of hard to point.
To the
at
voice.
to the voice.
But the
welcome
question is-
back.
Well,
Welcome
yeah,
back.
welcome back, yeah.
Thanks,
It's been a
everyone.
minute.
Thank
Actually,
you.
how have you been?
Oh, don't ask me that question. It's
Yeah.
been a hard little end of the year for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a loss in the family, so that's why I've been away.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need a good distraction now, so
Yeah.
I'm here.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
teaching editing
Welcome back.
tools. I'm getting everybody on job that hasn't been on job while I've been gone.
This is it, man. This is
Yeah.
it. Welcome back, man. And obviously,
Thank
it's
you.
more work for me now, and it's
Does it mean more about you?
yeah, man. Because you two drive me anyway. You drive me up the frigging wall. You do.
Hold on, I assist. I
you
help.
Do? No, you
I
do,
help.
You do,
Yeah, you assist.
Him.
I've been here for like an
Listen.
hour, and you already assist. Like
Come
you
on, man.
got that like mean,
Come on.
that like
Hold on, me.
kind of mean feedback.
actually.
So, hold on.
Yeah.
So basically, when I said I'm an annoyance in the group.
Yeah, but that's everyone needs.
You need that. You need that. Yeah, you
Come
need
on,
that.
man.
You need that. You need that. Yeah.
Come on, man. What you mean? What you acting like you don't know?
Some of the things you say is wild, and I have to refresh myself. I have to. It's not.
Name me the last time someone said that was wild.
Well, about 30 seconds ago, you said. Nah, I'm joking. Like, you just yourself, man. That's your character. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
No,
it's
I just
you,
good.
man.
No, I know that's me.
Yeah.
100.
No, but it's calm. It's not an issue.
No, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
I want to know
Could
where I
never
was.
be an issue.
You know what I mean? I need to know where I was.
You're the person who's like, I want this done right now.
No, I'm not.
You are a bit.
Is he?
How?
I don't think that is like that.
How?
I can't give you an example, but there's a time where you were like, I need this done by 6:30, and it was like,
Only because I wanted to post it that day.
Oh, that was when I was trying to get the clips.
yeah.
That's the first time you've ever seen me do that. When he goes in the group here and goes,
No, it's not.
Yo, it's literally, I go, calm.
And I'm sitting, I'm thinking, yo,
Search calm.
uploading, man. What's
I'm
going on?
ready to say it.
I screenshot, in case my phone was lying. I said, yo, listen, the clips, I'm trying to load them, look, in the screenshot.
I make you search calm in the group chat.
Nah,
Search
but
calm.
nah,
All
it's
it's gonna be is
sometimes.
you. It's just you, your name, calm.
Yeah, sometimes calm is then followed by, yeah, but I need that though.
That was the first time. You know what? Do you want to know this? Because I actually don't apply pressure.
I don't think he does.
Nah,
He
he
does.
does.
I gotta defend him on this one.
Nah, he does though. No.
You in there?
I know.
And he's actively in there?
No, fam, you definitely do.
You know what it is? I think
Wait,
it's
say,
And it's not bad.
no,
Is it
no.
outside of the group?
It's because it's
not
because
outside. Your keyboard was shit.
No.
I told you I'd give you 10 minutes.
You actually get shit done, innit?
it's because the person who you apply pressure to is you.
Yeah.
No one
Maybe.
else gets the pressure.
Fairs,
That's
fairs.
why.
You know what it is though? It's not good. I feel like when Key tells me, yeah, listen, this isn't gonna get done till then. I don't message him till then.
No, that's but the fact that you're giving me I need this done now. Is that cool?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I ask you when is it gonna be done? Because I'm excited. You're mistaking my pressure.
Excitement.
For,
Yeah.
for,
I know it's excitement, and that's
No.
why he just posts.
I know it's
We ain't thinking
excitement.
about thumbnails.
Yeah.
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 He just
You're
posts.
you're
I want
being.
everyone to see it now.
It's not
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what-
No.
yeah.
I know it's not okay,
Because
you misunderstand.
Because if you feel pressured, I can ease up.
No.
Because I don't want to regulate
Nah, he's
anyone.
taking piss. Nah, he's taking
Yeah.
If you feel pressured, you know what it is? My bad. I'll take the bass up first. Yo, Key.
Nah, he's taking the piss now. He's taking the piss.
Yeah. I lined
I'm
it
done.
up too easy.
I'm done.
I lined it up too easy.
Yeah.
Alright.
He did.
I
He
lined
lined
it
it
up too
up
easy. Alright. So,
Right.
okay. So I'll rephrase.
I finished
You're the
chances
person
You
who
got an
like.
assist
Yeah.
for your own
Yeah,
goal.
for my own goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in a sense, yeah, you like to organise stuff nicely. That's it. And I just have to make sure I get it done for the times that you've been saying.
First.
That's it, really.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So we had a topic on my last episode, I think it was,
Wow, that's big.
at the end that we didn't get into, and I'm not sure if you guys have gotten into it.
Yeah, what was it?
let me get a drink.
I've never seen.
Why was
A man
what's wrong?
just dying for a drink.
Why are you
I almost seen dust in there.
My dog was malnourished, man. It really was.
Yeah.
So you said that you don't think anyone's ever been in love with you.
Wow.
Oh.
That's where we're digging to.
Whoa, this is new topics because I wasn't in new
Yeah.
territories. I wasn't here for that.
You said you don't think anyone's actually been in love
Nah,
with
he's
you.
lying.
So
Nah, I'm facts bang on.
so you don't feel like you've ever broken anyone's heart because nobody's loved you.
Woo.
That's what you said.
Yeah, no. I hear the way you're saying it, but you're saying it so live and direct.
That
Finish question.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said. So what I wanted to do is ask everybody, do you feel like you've broken anyone's heart? Do you feel like anyone has actually been in love with you? And do you feel like you have been in love yourself?
I've 1,000% been in love, and I've 1,000% been loved.
Have you broken someone's heart?
1,000% I have.
How?
Because I've been a dick. I've been an idiot. I've done shit that I shouldn't have done.
What's the thing you regret doing the most to somebody?
It's a break.
Oh, damn. That's deep.
That's the question, to be fair. Main thing is obviously cheating, innit? And I think I wasn't emotionally intelligent enough to cater for their wants and needs over my ambition, per se, or my pride at times.
Okay,
If we-
can I dig?
Yeah.
Why did you cheat?
Why did I cheat?
Like, what is it in you that made you want to cheat? Was it?
I can't look at the camera because I can only look at him. I can only look tomorrow because I can't look at you. I'm looking at him and he's giving me no service. Go on.
I think when I was younger, it was the opportunity to actually to do it. When I look back,
Opportunity. Would you be like, because it was an option, you did it, not because
it's partly because not everyone that
I felt bad asking.
not yeah, that was wild. not everyone.
Sorry.
No. I'll tell the truth in it. Not everyone that I cheated on, like I needed to. It was one of them where it was like.
Too many questions, bro.
Yeah, I know. It was just one of them where the opportunity was there, and I wasn't disciplined enough to say no, or I had too much curiosity to say no per se.
Okay.
But yeah, that's me essentially. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean?
I need to repeat the question.
Okay, first of all, do you feel like anyone's been in love with you?
No.
Do you feel like you've been in love with anybody?
Yes.
Do you feel like you've broken anyone's heart?
I feel like I've really hurt someone's feelings.
Is that you kind of like getting out of the words that you've broken
I
someone's
just
heart?
genuinely think, you see, like,
Put a bit more detail into that. So, give a scenario of when you've had a heartbreak or you've been in love.
That silence was
What?
hella loud. Silence was
Trust me.
I didn't know this was gonna be an episode like this. You know.
see,
The voice
Makes
is
sense.
back.
now you know what?
For this. I didn't come here for this.
You know, what it is? I'll be real. So I'll be like, I fell in love quick.
Yeah.
The time that I did, I fell in love fast. Probably within the space of 4 to 5 months.
Okay, that's not too fast.
That's not.
Yeah, that's
No,
normal.
I think that's
I was
fast.
going to say days.
Nah.
I'm glad you didn't say days.
Yeah.
You said months. That's
Nah, like,
fine.
I mean, like,
That's quite
really.
quick though. It's quite quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you don't know someone for 4 or 5 months.
yeah, you
I
don't.
think you can love
You
someone.
know, they don't know you.
I
either.
think you can love someone quite quickly, but being
I-
fully in love with
Yes.
them is a different thing,
I-
isn't
I-
it?
I would say-
Hold on, pause. Just touch on that topic. You can love someone being in love. See, this is all ambiguous.
No.
Because for someone to be in love is also the same as one person's love. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Of
it's
course,
like-
but you can't measure anybody's emotions off anybody else's because we feel them differently, right?
Of course, yeah.
So if I said that I love you, that means that as a person, I value you and I would put myself after you. I care about you
Ross.
enough to say that, okay,
Is that
Is that your
what you mean?
is that your definition of
this
it?
is me. This is me. I
Okay.
would say that I will make myself uncomfortable to make you comfortable if you need it. That's how. That's
Okay.
what. That's when I
Right,
know
right,
that I love you. When I come out of myself and I say like, it would be easier for me not to do this, but I'm gonna do it because the other person needs it.
Yeah.
And then in love, that's when it's like, yeah, I see a future with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be without you, sort of
Yeah.
a thing.
Nice.
I see us build
It's
together.
an interesting perspective. to
That's
hear
for
it.
me.
Would
Yeah,
you
no.
almost say love's toxic?
I wouldn't say that love is toxic. I would say that loving incorrectly is
Yeah.
toxic. And I would say
Yeah.
that two people that love differently, trying to love each other differently, rather than loving each other the way that other person requires it.
He met me there, you know. It is.
Yo.
It is.
Okay.
I would say that then, following on from that to mine, I would say I was in a strong like and love situation.
Okay. Were you the love and they were the like?
Yes.
How do you know they were like?
You just know.
You just know.
You would just know. You would
Just know?
Of course, you would naturally
Nah,
know.
I don't know, bro.
No, because you know what it is I can give my scenario without giving too much. So the way that me and this person met probably wasn't correctly.
Okay.
So it wasn't correctly. So naturally,
I'm gonna ask, but okay.
no, naturally they were more reserved than me because
Right.
of the way that we met.
Yeah.
So when we've actually now, so I've gone in because there's no restrictions on me. I went in open, whatever, boom, boom. So it naturally means I'm gonna move faster than you.
Yeah.
So I moved at a rate which may have actually been uncomfortable for them, but they like me.
Yeah.
But I am further ahead than you
Yeah.
in this relationship.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've got to a point where I am now a lot further ahead than you. You're now only just catching up.
Right.
So we're in a love-like situation. Now, a love-like situation, I now know is a very difficult situation to be in as a male, especially if you consider yourself to be an alpha male.
I think it's a hard situation to be in, coming from a woman. Either way.
Okay.
Either way.
You reckon? Okay, my bad.
I think that the healthier relationships are the love like where the woman loves the man more. I think that's hear me out. I think hear me out. I feel like naturally the dynamic of a man is to sort of lead from the front. Do you see what I mean? To lead from the front. So naturally, if someone's leading something, you're following them, right?
Yeah,
so from that perspective, I feel like naturally your emotions and the way that you may look at them in a certain way as you not look up to them, but kind of like look towards them for guidance, etc. So that's just what I think. I think it's a more healthy balance. Healthier relationships are where you see the woman who loves the man. I believe that. I believe that. I've seen it so many different dynamics, and the ones that I see that are the healthiest is where the woman really just loves the man a lot. I'm not saying the man doesn't love her, by the way. I'm not saying that she. Dude. It's not like that. It's not subservience, but also love is partly subservience, submissiveness.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't think that power dynamics are a part of love. To be honest, I think that power dynamics are a part of a relationship. Okay. I think that how you form your relationship can have different power dynamics, but you can love each other exactly the same. It's just that somebody.
I don't agree. I don't agree. You can't love anyone that's exactly the same. There's always.
No, but do you know what I mean? There's a measure that's closer.
Every single relationship. I'm telling you this as a fact. This is studies. This is not just my opinion.
Yeah.
There is always an imbalance. Whether it changes at some point. Whether one person loves more and then it flips to the other person, there is never anybody loving each other exactly the same.
Okay, let's put it this way then. I guess like this, the effort and the care that goes to each other needs to be of value to each person equally, rather than it's the love that is equal.
I get
right?
that. So you're saying same values, there'll be different loves at different
exactly.
times.
So for example, I might love. My showing of loving you might be like, I make sure that food is on the table. I make sure that you feel safe when you're in my presence. And your version of love might be like, I lead, I make the decisions, I make sure that you're safe in that way, sort of a thing.
Yeah, I get that.
So I think that that's much more of a relationship structure than it is a love. I don't think that somebody not being as emotionally vulnerable means that they love me less. I just think that it means that they love me differently.
It's a different type.
And I think everybody loves differently. You're right, and like you said, it's about, if you have never had these conversations about what do I need to do to demonstrate that I love you, you're never gonna because all you're gonna do is you're gonna love a person in the way that you would like to receive love.
You know
that's not necessarily their love language.
However,
the reason I said that as well, what I said earlier, is because every single man's love language is physical touch. Partly, every single man's love language. Hear me out. Every single man's love language is physical touch. There may be other additional love languages included within that. Every single man's love language is physical touch. We're designed and created that way. Yeah. I'm telling you that as a fact. One of your love languages is not physical touch.
I think mine's been altered. And I will say this, I'll say this just through. I think my experiences in life have altered my love language. Facts.
So what? I need you to no. Explain.
So what was your love language? Was your love language physical touch? Or did you think your love language was physical? Or did you even know what love language was?
So, while I didn't know what love language was, let's start there.
Right.
So I didn't have an understanding of how I loved or how I received love. Right. So we're going from there. Then by the time I understood what love language was, is I realised, and I'll say this, due to early in, and I'll say this like even with other people who do like high level sports or whatever, it became words of affirmation. Because, and I'll say this with football and whatever, it's opinion based. Yeah. So when you play sport or do anything, it's all opinion based. So you only receive like gratification or a form of like, I forgot what it's called. It's almost like your confidence, some of your personality comes from the fact of you're constantly being judged. Right. So the only way to gain being feeling accepted or feeling loved is by someone actually telling you, I feel this way about you.
Yeah.
Which is so to add to that, 100% agree with you, because my love language is words of affirmation. Okay. Because there's nothing more powerful than someone who can say, you know what, you've been through this, you're going through this. When you're in your times when you're feeling low or you're feeling like you need to feel that love, and they come and give you the words of affirmation, it's like, everything that I'm doing, the sacrifices that I'm doing,
They're
it's
appreciated.
appreciated.
Yes.
And that's why words of affirmation are also one of my love languages.
Yes.
But guess what? So is physical touch.
You know what it is? And I say this to you. Physical touch isn't a love language for me. Physical touch is a reciprocation from me. So when I receive words of affirmation or whatever, naturally I then jump into my more masculine bag, because it's like my woman rates me. My person feels this way about me. Guess what? My testosterone goes up. I walk out the house with my chest out and come back in with my dick out. It comes like that. It is like I come and not just like that. Not like my dick out, but
When XP went up, you know.
Already
has increased by 1,000.
It genuinely feels like that. Like if I'm in a house, yeah. So like I'm in a house with
Man, Super Saiyan.
with my woman, and you know what? I am working hard and I am doing certain things, yeah. And instead of her saying to me like, "Yo, you're working too much. I need to be home more," she says, "You know what, babes? You're working out. You need a rest." The wording is so key to me that it's like, and I didn't realize how like my brain really picks apart sentences.
I can't lie
for
to
no
you.
reason.
I think everyone has a time change. It changes depending on.
You reckon your love language has changed?
Definitely with the seasons. Every season you change, because in winter you put on more coats. You always gonna have a base. You always gonna have a base layer. You, without shadow of doubt, you always have a base layer. Mine's definitely changed because when I was younger, words of affirmation definitely was a thing.
So it's not now.
I can't give a shit about some words of affirmation. I've had it, done there, been there. Like I know my worth, I know my value. So you telling me my words now aren't gonna affect me as much.
But
I'm taking a slice. I'm taking a slice.
Thing
to that.
No.
But I think
that's from
it's
my
individual,
experiences.
isn't it?
That's from my experiences.
Especially if you've especially if you've experienced words of affirmation with no action to back it up.
Exactly.
It makes
But that was
words.
me at one point as well. I've also given out words of affirmation and not backed what I've
Yeah,
said.
but that's men in general.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
I'm not with that.
no,
I'm not with
no,
that,
no.
you know. I feel like I need.
No,
I will say, as a woman who has dated a lot of men, I think that in the younger years, it is.
Yeah, it's men in general.
It is men. I think you grow. I
disagree.
think you grow out of it.
I disagree strongly. I'll tell you why.
I'm shooting shots.
I know what you said. I know what you're saying and why you're saying it. Because I know I've been around men who say certain things to gal, say things to gal to get what they want, right?
Yeah, to get the tum tum.
Yeah, to get pum pum. But
Really?
I know
To
bear
get
man
tum
like
tum.
that, bro. I know
Yo,
bear man like that. But
man,
guess what? Are you that
Me?
man?
Nah.
Have you ever been that guy?
I've never been that.
Oh yeah.
I've never been that guy.
Yeah, but that's not-
No,
Words of affirmation.
But I have done
Yeah,
it.
but we're talking about
I have
not
done it.
lies.
There's nobody. If I'm not in a relationship with you, why am I giving you words
Lex.
of affirmation?
Okay,
No,
cool.
but
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
You're
For
right.
Why am I
example,
giving you words of
what-
affirmation? Why does my word
Wait.
hold weight in your world where I can give you words of affirmation to make you? However, naturally, as a characteristic of mine, I'm a motivational guy. I'm an inspirational person. Naturally, I'm passionate.
That's-
so
that's-
sometimes
Yeah.
when I speak, whether it's my friends,
So you carry it
my
over.
family, it carries, it translates.
Yeah.
So it depends on how the person's receiving it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't be responsible for how someone receives something that you're giving.
Of course, yeah, but I think that it's not really the idea of lying. It's the idea of
No, it's not lies.
it's saying something and then not showing it. And I think for a lot of people, that is a really big disconnect when it comes to relationships of like, oh, this person says that they love me. This person says that they're here for me. This person says that they'll stand up for me. But when my man pushed me in the line, he didn't do nothing. He just stood to the side.
I think. Do you know what's the hardest thing to do? And I think the
And
hardest.
this is what I'm trying to cap off.
Let
Go on.
me hit this. Let me hit this.
Yeah,
let me
hit
hit
it.
this. Let me hit
Hit
this. Now, the hardest thing to do, and I promise you, I'll tell you this. I learned this from my last relationship, and even going back and actually looking at myself, is saying you're going to do something that you don't know how to do.
Yeah.
But
So what do you mean? Like,
No,
explain.
Like
Hold on, Keon, let me explain that.
even me telling you, I'm going to love you with all my heart. I actually don't know how to like. Sometimes you're like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to show you a love that you want to receive.
No,
I don't know how I want to receive love, and I don't know how, there's certain loves or love languages that I don't know how to get across to you. So therefore, what I'm actually telling you is I'm telling you something, and then you build an image on the other side of what you want to receive, and then I have no idea what that is, and then I go ahead in my way to go and try and do that.
Yeah.
And fall well short of whatever you was expecting.
And
I
this
just
is what
say,
I think
and that is
is-
exactly where the ability to have a conversation.
This is what I'm saying.
And then on top of the conversation, to be able to articulate what you just said to your partner comfortably, and then for them to be able to comprehend what it is that you're talking
There's
about.
There's a lot of layers there.
But this is-
go wrong.
This is a very
I think
deep,
this is
we
why
went
I
real
said
deep
that.
so early, like,
I know, yeah.
yo, whoa, can we move on?
No. I think this is why I said that it comes with age for men, because the vocabulary that you require to have an emotional conversation with a woman is only gained with experience of not having that vocabulary.
Now,
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the truth.
speaking from my own experience.
I would go on.
No, go on.
Go on.
I'm just saying, like, when I was younger, I didn't have the patience that I have now.
Patience is learned.
I have so many things going on. I know that if you're not going to entertain me,
You have another option.
I'll find myself
Yeah.
entertained by something else.
Oh, you know what? Facts.
And that's just me in general. Like, in life, in work, in my family, in my circles, my family circles, my friend circles. Like, I've got different circles for different days. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's not saying any circle is.
Would you say that your personality has also worked against you in terms of that?
Yo, my personality is my biggest downfall at times. Is my, like, someone talk like,
Really?
yeah, facts.
Oh,
Facts.
mine is definitely.
Why?
Facts. Because
Hold on. Your personality.
sometimes can
Hear
be
what
my,
you're saying, you know.
yeah. No,
You man are speaking this shit into the
Nah.
existence. You know? Listen,
it's
you're
not-
saying your
it's not-
personality is your biggest downfall.
No,
At
no,
times.
In
my
some
personality-
How is that
situations. In
at
some
times,
situations.
so I'll explain.
Explain.
Yeah,
So
let me
I'm
explain.
listening.
if I don't know myself, if I'm not in tune with myself, sometimes I can do too much, in sense of like, because I'm a person who likes to, I would say like I'm classed as a helper, so because I know how to do jack of all trade type of things, and I'll say, okay, yeah, I can help you, yeah, you need this, yeah, that's calm, and I'll leave myself short sometimes, in the sense of that. Also, in the sense of in a relationship, I will cater for them, and I'll forget my own needs sometimes, and then it'll come to like, do you even know me? Do you even know how to cater to me? Have I even shown you how to cater to me? Have I even shown you me? And then when I deep it, I'm like, you're not even compatible for me, because one, you don't even like what I like. You don't even know what I like. So what am I doing here? And then I'm already 2 years, 3 years down the line, because one, I'm working. Two, I've got other things, other commitments that I'm looking at, and I'm not even looking at myself. So as I've gone older, I've realised that. I'm thinking one of my traits that's quite a really strong trait, I feel, is also a downfall for me personally if I don't catch myself.
And you're saying it's your desire to want to help at the detriment of your own needs not being there.
It's not. No, because I'm a very selfish person, but I'm it's confusing.
I know exactly what you're talking
Because
about.
like I like my space. I like things how I like it. I like to do things how I want it. But I also, when I see someone needs help, I want to help them. And if I know I can help them, and I can sacrifice something, and it's not going to be too much in the sense of a burden on me, then it's fine. So
It's one of those things where like you do it and you do it and it's okay, and then you do it enough, and then you're like, damn, I did too much. But by the time you've done it, you've already done too much, and you have to go back on yourself.
And you don't realize it.
I would say I agree with you totally. I would say my personality is my downfall, because especially in a relationship, is the thing that draws you into me will be the thing that puts you off, and that's point blank for me. Is
I don't know.
That's
I disagree.
How can you know that?
No.
How can you know what was?
No, but explain it though.
So basically, what women like about me is, I was talking to her about in the car earlier, is when you meet me, I'm inviting, I'm interesting, and this continues.
You're personable.
No, this continues. So you will always, I can guarantee this, you will always have a fun time with me. Yeah.
Sponsored ads.
Tinder
What's going on?
I like that.
Our man said you will always have a fun time with me.
But I meant like
Tinder.
How are these?
It worked like that. It worked like that. And
Bro, I don't even know what the one is.
Even me coming out to do whatever,
understand.
just doing now, is that part of me. But you'll have a good time with man them, gal them, whatever. You'll have a good time with me in that space.
I agree.
What happens
I
is,
understand.
what happens for me is the deeper I get into a relationship and whatever is, it's converting that. So converting my energy that goes from that charismatic guy that you met out having drinks and whatever, and it's taken me a while to go form that into a guy who's a good relationship guy, form that into a guy who completes tasks, does this, does that.
Yeah.
And because what happens is with me is I'm also someone who I do know a lot of things. I take on a lot as well, so I'll be like, I can do that, you know. But you know what? Guess what? I'm probably too busy to even do it.
Yeah.
So guess what? I
That's
end up agreeing to something that probably I actually can't do.
I feel that's not
No,
not
it's
what you
not.
can't do, but I feel like every man does take on a lot, especially.
You do?
Let me hold this for a bit.
Hold
Especially recently, I think in the last 10 years, there's been a shift in terms of notoriety and like having to show your worth when you could be worth quite a lot, but just in different ways, so to speak. Like everyone's put a stamp on it. Like there's this 6 thing where you have to be 6 foot, you have to have six figures, and your dick needs to be over 6 inches. Do you get what I'm saying? That's wild.
Whoa.
That's crazy. No, I'm just saying. No,
50 mil. 50 mil, remember.
No, wait.
But,
Do you feel like you've ever oversold yourself?
oversold myself, bro. I don't even sell myself.
No, I feel like I've oversold myself.
I don't sell myself, so it's one of them things.
Honestly, I'm baffled. When oversold yourself,
Yeah.
you like talking like your products on a shelf,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
someone's coming into the shop. Hold on, you're talking like someone's coming into the shop. They're looking for a specific product that you are presenting yourself as.
You haven't been single in the last however long.
No, but
it is like a shop shelf.
Bro, I understand, but
It
just
is.
because I'm not, it don't mean that I don't understand,
You're
bro.
raw, conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Bro, you're acting like I don't understand. I told you this. Bro, I'm looking outside and people are playing outside, but they're shooting each other with guns. That's the game. It's dangerous outside. I don't need to be out there, so I can see what's happening. But it don't mean like when you're saying you've oversold yourself. You are who you are, fam. This is what,
No, because you
like,
don't. You're not.
Like, but you are though.
No,
Nah.
I get
So,
that.
so you're saying that you presented yourself as X, Y, and Z,
and that's not all me.
and that's
you
not
are.
all you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
However,
Facts.
it's down to the person's perception and the way they perceive that
No,
because
that's not true.
they've created now a version of you anyway, which doesn't exist.
That's not true because
But it is true.
No,
Every
they
single person you
didn't.
meet-
They didn't create that. You created it by telling them that that's who you were,
Okay.
and then you didn't deliver that.
Can I say something on
Facts.
top of that?
I've been there.
So
I've
when
been there.
when
I
you're
like-
when you're presenting yourself as this thing
Yes.
that you're then falling short of in their eyes,
Yeah.
you're also never gonna meet what they thought they were gonna get
It
because
doesn't matter.
No, but hear me out. You're never gonna meet that because they create the version, so you're never gonna know exactly what they've created in their mind, regardless of what you tried to present to them.
Yeah,
so
but that's not the
version
point,
that they
though.
create is always gonna be skewed anyway.
Yeah,
because
everyone's gonna create a version of someone that they want for themselves because people want something out of a relationship, so they'll always be like, oh, I want this person to have all of this. But when somebody says they have something
They don't have.
and they don't have it,
Can we give an example,
that's
a
the
tangible
reality.
example?
Yeah.
Because
If somebody
you're
says-
talking about a trait, or if you're talking about something physical, these are two different types of
So what about
combos.
if somebody says I get things done, I'm someone who gets things done,
And then you don't.
and
get
then they
things done.
never do anything, they'll be like, yeah, I'll do it, and it never gets done. That's
but
a
do-
false.
You know what?
Okay, that's
I've
false
been there.
advertising.
That's false
It's false
advertising.
advertising.
So
Just
can I
like
say
what-
something? Wait, hear me out. Hear me out.
So
So if somebody says they get stuff done, in what capacity?
Like anything.
Because then no, but then it's down to the person to then delve deeper into that conversation and say, when you say you get stuff done, what do you mean? Because if you're saying I get a bang man out, like I can if there's beef, call me because I'll get stuff done. But then if you're talking about I need to put on some shelves, that's not my thing about. That's not how I get stuff done. I might say I can get that done. I'll call someone else to do it.
It's down to
That's how I get
interpretation.
it done.
But
It's
that's
down
but
to
that's
interpretation.
that's a conversation that happens
But you-
as. That's not a conversation. You don't.
I-
Reality is that when you're on a date, when you're starting to get to know somebody, and they say like, "Oh, I'm a person who gets shit done," yeah, in your mind you're like, "Cool, clocked." That you don't sit there and you go, "Okay, do you get things done in the house? Do you get things done in the job? Do you get things?" That's something that you learn as you date somebody, and that's the point of dating. That's the point of dating, to get to know that.
I'm speaking. This is no selling point. I can say that me previously have said I get things done. I get things done that I want done,
Exactly.
and that's
So
me
you didn't lie?
No.
It's not false advertising,
I
anything?
hear it, but I know.
It's double speak.
I know the impression that I gave.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You're
the impression
using
that she
it.
received
Yeah,
was,
exactly.
he gets things done.
You're
For
using
me,
those
I'm thinking-
things in a way
When
to
was-
hook people in, but the reality is that that's not who
I-
you are.
I
Yeah,
got things done for me.
because you
And
know
then
what the other person thinks when you say that. You know what the other person
I
thinks.
know exactly. So I've said something that probably at the time, if I was being honest, I would have said I didn't know that what I meant. That I meant that.
Sorry.
But realistically, deep
You-
dive in,
You knew.
I knew what I
You
meant.
knew.
Off topic.
Exactly.
Yo, that's cold, fam.
What?
Taxi.
Yeah, it's cold.
I told you.
Yeah, when he walked in, I was
Come
like,
on,
"Damn."
come on, we're out of here, man. You know what as well? You know
Can
what?
I
Can I
get
just show
one?
you the back? I'm gonna stand up for a second. Don't watch that.
Can
though.
you
Oh,
can you see?
damn.
Is that the new thing?
You show your
Yeah.
back.
You're
but-
gonna
but
have
the
to
back, I'm gonna have to
kind
crouch
of
in.
crouch. Yeah.
Go.
I'm trying to show
Down,
you.
down,
lot,
down.
no, really.
Lower.
Lower.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
How much- I know. Listen, I'm trying to show you, like,
I was uncomfortable with I didn't co-sign.
Yes.
I promise you, there was no co-signing signature.
allow it. That's how you're gonna do, man. Yeah. Man, you're gonna do this guy. Okay.
You co-signed. You co-signed that. I didn't co-sign that.
Excuse me?
I
You didn't co-sign what, bro?
It's
How
cold.
come, man?
Mum,
Sorry.
sure.
Sorry.
You understood?
As
I'm
far
gonna
as
say-
I'm concerned,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ass to the grass.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is what I'm not gonna do. Yeah. In 2025, this is what I'm not gonna accept. I'm not gonna accept man making shit gay that is not gay. Yeah? I'm not accepting it. I've already dealt with the why conversations. I've already dealt with the pause, man. The five flat guys. All of them, you man are dead. Yeah.
You know what it's,
So no, I was showing you like the back. It says consciousness on the back.
I hear that.
You know, and but yeah, a little side. We got sidetracked.
dropping it low, you know.
Okay,
Cool.
go finish.
One thing is, I need to talk to you about a gilet because I love gilets, innit? Like,
Yeah.
I'm forever in a gilet,
Yeah.
so I need to.
We pan up some gilets.
I need to send you some.
Okay.
Funds for that.
Gilet.
Facts, I'm not gonna lie.
And a gilet.
So basically, no, I don't feel like anyone's been in love with me. Yes, I feel like I've been in love.
I
The
feel-
reasons why
I feel like you cut yourself short there.
No.
And we'll discuss it. We'll discuss that in a different episode.
I'm gonna cut this short.
Yeah.
I don't feel like anyone's been in love with me because I haven't given anyone.
I've seen it.
I haven't given
No,
anyone
no.
the full real.
No. I've seen it.
So how could you have been in love
No,
with
no, no.
someone that you don't have?
Natty,
you don't
Natty,
have the full real person?
Natty, I've seen it. So I'll leave it there. And
No, my
Don't
wait.
ever in your life cut me like that. Are you mad, bro? I almost banged you out. Are you mad, bro? Like, yo,
Hey,
bro, don't
what?
pause me like that.
I just told you that someone loved me.
That is, he just said you
Someone
shut yourself
loved you.
short,
I'm not. You're not because you cut the way you cut me after that. I heard that.
and you didn't even hear what he
I heard
showed you love, man.
No, because I
He
was
was-
there.
Brother love, man.
No, he was trying to do it like he was trying to be like, listen, someone's been in love with you. Don't argue with me. I know the truth.
Oh,
But-
sorry, I can't even say that.
But
Leave it.
Leave it there.
but people can be in love with the version of you that you've shown them. So even if you haven't shown them everything and given them all of you, they can still be in love with you. They're
Not
just in
everybody
love.
deserves
They're just
all of
in.
you all
Yeah,
the
but
time.
yeah, I understand that.
Bruh.
But if someone was in love with the version of you that you gave them, you can easily break their heart. Still, it's even
I
so
don't
by
think
not
there's
being the person that they thought you were can break their heart.
Okay, first.
Nah, it's facts.
First, facts.
Lex.
What were the questions again? Which makes real quick.
Have
Yeah,
you
what's the next
have
one?
you
Someone's
been in love?
with you,
Yes.
and you've been in love with
Have you
someone
been in love with someone else?
Yes.
Have you broken somebody's heart?
Probably at some point, yeah.
Okay.
else. You're trying to bust
Do you want to
yourself
go
quick,
any,
you know. I'm
any
not saying,
deeper
man,
than that?
No, that's the, pardon?
Do you want to go any deeper than that?
Leave him.
Nah, go on.
I mean,
go deeper.
what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Like, have I broken someone's
Okay,
heart?
let me ask
I
you-
don't
let
know.
me-
Like, the answer is probably yes.
Okay.
Because of the fact that I know there's been situations in the past where people have wanted more from me.
And you haven't been able to
and
give it.
None that I wasn't able to give them. I didn't.
didn't
They
want
weren't
to.
my person,
Okay.
and I didn't want to give them.
Can I ask you what I asked Keon, which is, what's something that you regret doing to somebody that you were in a relationship with? I need that from you as well.
That was cold.
Yeah.
That was the coldest.
What do I regret doing? I think like unnecessary lies,
Okay.
like lying about stupid stuff that you didn't even need to lie to in hindsight.
Yeah.
That's just so stupid because over a period of time, it affects way much more than you realize in the moment.
Massively.
So I think that's for me, little lies. Younger version of me, I would say, yo, bro, just keep it real.
Yeah.
100.
Just be honest.
The people that love you will love you regardless, and it like
Yeah.
don't try to
Yo, it's
be
been a very deep start to this.
It's
man.
that's
I know.
deep. And you know, it's so deep, I'm sweating.
Listen,
deep
Underneath here.
oceans brine.
I need to hear about you as well. What's something that you regret doing to
I
somebody?
regret. There was a girl a long time ago who I lived with briefly, and making a selfish decision for myself, I decided to cut with 1 hour's notice.
So is that the decision you regret? Yeah.
I regret the way I went about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I regret solely choosing me and not considering any part of her feelings whilst choosing me. And till this day, this girl has extreme vim for me.
Understandably.
And when I see her, I nod my head like, I understand why you're vexed.
Have you ever said that to her?
Huh?
Have you ever said?
I've said it.
Have you ever apologized for what?
Yeah,
you now
I
feel like
apologize,
you-
but maybe like 5 years later.
But that's okay, because sometimes.
I
No,
don't
no.
think it
Hear
is.
me out. I'm not saying your apology needs to be to make her like you again.
Oh yeah, it was never
But
gonna do
if
that.
your apology was genuine and it came from a place where you recognized and you'd grown and you're now not the person who did that and made those decisions, then it's okay.
You know what?
Like,
I realize
the problem with the world right now is everyone's got a fucking mask on, bro. Everyone's
Yeah.
wearing a mask all of the time,
Yeah.
and we're getting told you should be like this, you need to be like this, you got to be a corporate puppet, you got to change like around this circle of people. So people are so far into this masquerade, they've forgotten how to be who the fuck they are in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
I realized, you know what it is? I genuinely thought, I would say, as I've got older, especially these last 2 years, I would say I probably became a little bit more emotional.
And you know
more in
what?
touch with my emotions. And I realized, you know what? If someone did that to me now,
it'll be a different
You
story.
flipping?
nah, I'm flipping. I'll be broken, you know.
Yeah.
My next question is going on to that.
Yeah.
Wait, because
Wait.
the voice has to give her.
Your voice.
Oh
Voice.
yeah.
The voice.
I've broken somebody's heart before.
More than one. Just the one.
Probably more than one.
You ever love somebody?
I have loved somebody, but I would say that
More than
every
one?
time I love somebody, I love them more than the last person. So I think that I'm always like, oh, my capacity for love grows with every new person.
Yeah,
Love feels different with every new person, and I allow myself to be in it more with every new person because I've healed more than the last time.
Yeah.
So I would say I have been in love, but I haven't been as in love as I will be in my lifetime.
Right.
Oh,
That
wow.
That's what I'll say.
That's
what?
interesting
We know
because
that
most-
was great insurance as well.
Most
Yeah.
people
That was
also.
the greatest insurance commercial I've ever seen. Because your new man, you can put it up to your new man and say, listen, I've been in love, but I said it before. I haven't been as love as I am with you right now. You can put it up.
Is it okay?
Okay. You know,
Okay.
that is, if I was selling insurance,
Can I say
I'd
something?
buy that package
Yeah.
right now.
I'm gonna say something you might not agree with.
That's okay.
How is that possible when a lot of people don't even find love one time in their lifetime?
Yeah,
So
man.
how
Well-
can you say that you're gonna love more the next time? You're assuming that the first time ain't gonna work. So how can it be love?
No, I'm not saying that the first time isn't going to work. I'm saying that from my history,
Yeah.
every time that I've been with somebody new and I have felt love, it's
Yeah.
been greater than the time before.
What capacity do you mean when you say greater? Was it
The
the
intensity.
person had more of what you were looking for? You knew how to give love more? What do you mean?
I say everything. Like, I knew how to give love more. I was healed enough to be more vulnerable and give myself in a way that I wouldn't have before, so I could feel more deeply than I would have before. And I've made decisions in a better way for what I need romantically since then. So maybe I didn't know that actually I need somebody to speak a certain love language for me to feel safe enough to love them as much as I need to. And I've learned that, yeah,
So would you
I've
not say
learned
that
that
then-
through having relationships.
So would you not say that's then just the natural growth rather than the natural growth of a human being rather than your capacity to love increases
but
with
it
every
does- no,
person?
but
I
No,
think
no,
it's I think it's my I think it's my
No, no,
my
it's-
capacity.
I'm curious, like what?
So don't you think, yeah, by knowing more, it's like, yeah, if your experience is 50, you can only love up to 50.
50, yeah.
But if your experience level is 150, because you've experienced more. You know what you like to receive more.
Yeah.
You also know what that person likes to receive more, and you know how to ask what that person likes to receive more. So you can get further with this person than you've ever been before into new territory. Whereas prior to that, you were stuck in this ground where it was like, this is quite basic. But if I've never been here, so it feels like love.
Yeah. It's like studying. It's like studying. You get a great grade at GCSE, and then you do A levels, and then you get a degree, and then you do a master's. The capacity of information allows for a capacity of vulnerability that you haven't had before then.